guys, in particular JR. You know, that was really a special performance by him, and Malcolm. You know, Malcolm making all those shots for him. I thought those two guys, you know, when Oregon State started the second half off pretty good and we were a little flat, I just thought Malcolm made 2 or 3 shots for JR and got him going, and got the energy going back in the building. Students were unbelievable. You know, the pit crew and the students really. It was a great atmosphere in there, and our guys kind of. You know, I thought we started a little flat, and we started that second half a little flat, and I thought the pit crew and the crowd really got us going, especially when JR hit those shots. So it was a good day for us. I'm really happy for JR. You know, we played pretty good.
Those threes, Coach, they were pretty open. Did you like the way the offense, the ball moved?
Yeah, you know, 19 assists on 25 baskets. I mean, you guys know that, gals know that's pretty good. That's making shots for your teammates and moving the ball really well. And you know, I started with Malcolm. I mean, he just made play after play. You know, I mean, he got in the middle of the zone and got guys open, and 13 assists, 2 turnovers. I think he was 6-0 at half or something like that. So. Just a real good performance, simple plays, and you know, really made a lot of good plays for guys.
And you created a lot of turnovers. How did you do that? Talk about your defense.
Well, I thought our activity was pretty good. You know, I thought we got them spread out a little bit. You know, a lot of those turnovers were, you know, guys doubling down on the post and knocking it out. So. You know, I thought our activity for the most part was pretty good. You really could tell when our energy level and our movement wasn't as good. Like to start second half, we just, you know, our hands weren't active, our feet weren't going. They were beating us on dribble penetration. But you know, when our energy was good, you know, I thought our defense was really active, and I thought some guys made some good plays.
Coach, Malcolm's really shined. I'm sorry, JR has really shined in moving to the bench rather than when you pull him out of the starting lineup. Can you talk about that, about your decision to move into that role?
Well, I tell you, JR started the season and he got himself in great shape. He broke his nose, which required surgery, and he dislocated his thumb before we ever started the season. And so he got off to a terrible start. And you know, he didn't shoot the ball worth a dang early, and so he lost a little bit of his confidence because he came in so prepared, and then the injury and the dislocation of the thumb on his shooting hand probably had as much to do with it as anything. And we didn't take that darn mask off until the first of the year. And look at his stats from where we took the mask off. I don't think it was. He's playing the same number of minutes. I don't think it's the bench coming off start. I don't think that has as much to do with it as just getting rid of that mask and him getting healthy. And since that's happened, you know, I thought he was instrumental in us winning at Oregon State. Those 11 second half points he had today, obviously he was the difference in the game. You know, he's played really good since he's got that mask off. He's a wonderful teammate. He's all about the team. Great, you know, a lot of seniors, you take him out of the lineup, he doesn't question anything. He just wants to play. And he's been great for our team. He's been great even through the injuries. He fought through it. So I'm really happy for him. But I think him getting healthy has been there. And if you look at his stats since he's taken that mask off and got healthy, he's been a big difference. We've made a jump because of JR.
Coach, what do you think this means for your team and the fact that you win by 19 and K-Tron, you know, wasn't your leading scorer and you had somebody else step up moving forward? In fact, you guys relied on him so heavily up until this point, and you can win this big without him.
Well, I think we still relied on Jovan because, you know, a lot of our looks were inside and that defense collapsed and we were able to get shots out of that. They had to know where Jovan was at all the time. But I agree with you. For JR to step up, for Malcolm to step up, EJ, you know, made good plays. So, you know, Garrett had been shooting it good, didn't shoot it good tonight, but that's going to happen. You know, I never had a shooter that, you know, shoots it well every night. And, you know, JR was just coming off USC game where he didn't shoot it well. And so, you know, we have other guys who can step up, but our central theme is still get Jovan the ball, and people know that, and so they have to guard that, and I think it creates opportunities for other guys. And as I said, Malcolm made opportunities for everybody tonight. He dribble penetrated, made shots.
Dana, based on the expectations coming into this season, you guys now sit in fourth place in the Pac-10. I mean, that's just that's an accomplishment in itself. It's got to make you feel good as a coach that you come in and you take these guys and pull them together the way you have.
Well, I'm happy for the guys. You know, December was a rough month, and a lot of it was my fault. There wasn't much communication. You know, I was frustrated because we weren't running what I wanted to run, and the guys were frustrated because they didn't know what I wanted, and so we went through a bad month there. And for the guys to regather themselves and do this is just a testament to how bad they wanted to win. And it's a testament to Jovan and JR's leadership and those guys not wanting to end on a bad note. Coaches get to coach a lot of years. Players, you know, they've got relatively few years to play the game. And this has been Jovan, JR, the players saying, you know, we want to have a good year, and then them playing hard. And so I feel really good for them. And we got 4 tough games left. We got Cal and Stanford coming in next week, and then we've got to go to the Arizona schools. So we got a lot of work to do, but we have made tremendous progress since December, and because of that, I'm really happy for the guys. Because and in particular Jovan and JR, because this is, you know, their sense of urgency is a little greater because, you know, they can feel it coming down, and them playing in front of the crowd, you know, they felt so good in the locker room, and I'm just glad to see that because, as I mentioned, the pit crew, the students, the fans, to have a full house and to see those 2 seniors having fun and playing, you know, it was a lot of fun for our guys.
A couple guys have talked about